It's the NFL on EA Sports. Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Marquise Goodwin.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Second and 6. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sanders takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
DJ Reader brought in.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
34 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 9. Burrow will throw. That's complete to John Ross.
Burrow's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He's got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Bengals.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
The Eagles' 14-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
The score, Bengals 7, Eagles 0.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Squeeze, double, 25, check 25.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 48-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip. Slam.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score.
His kick is...
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Bengals 14, Eagles 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now they're cohorts on the special team side. They've got to have the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Bengals 21, Eagles.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
By Brandon Graham.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Miles Sanders, the ball.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 24, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 6 yards there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Bengals 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Brings up second.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The 25-yard line.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Eagles 35, Bengals 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And that's complete to Sanders. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And 6 at the 47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes this
So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. On the slant, complete to Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Duke Riley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
He's tackled at the 20.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Big hold of the 30. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 81 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Burrow will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles continue to roll.
The kick is,
and he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Eagles 59, Bengals
here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
4 yards remain for second down. Another run here with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Brings up third.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Sunday. Check three. Rocco
80. Now a carry for Sanders. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any off.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And 1 yard to go.
Now, Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A pickup of 5 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
Burrow's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the pickup. It's
on 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
He was brought down.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3 on the play.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they take a knee.
Hurts on the keeper.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On the keeper, a loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.